Did you know that the rules have changed for rent increases in New South Wales? Let me give you an example so you can understand these changes. So let's say you have a 12-month agreement. As a tenant, you've signed that with the landlord and the rent is $1,000 per week. After that lease ends, you sign another 12-month lease. That's where it changes. So at $1,000 per week for your first agreement, if the second agreement is at the same rent, the owner can still increase the rent during that second 12-month fixed term. So that's right, even though you're on a fixed term agreement, the owner can still increase your rent as long as they provide you with a minimum of 60 days notice. So as a tenant, you have three options to consider. Option one, you agree to the change and you pay the rent increase once it's applicable after the minimum of 60 days. Option two, you can try and negotiate with the owner. If that doesn't work, you can apply to NCAP as long as you've applied within 30 days of receiving the rent increase notice. Option three, you would need to break your lease and pay the applicable break lease fee. So the break lease fee is broken down between 1 week's rent and 4 weeks' rent, and that's prorated on a quarterly basis. So if you're in your first 25% of that second agreement, you pay a 4-week break fee, then it becomes 3 weeks, then 2 weeks, and then 1 week in the last 25% of your agreement, and there's no minimum amount of notice that you're required to give. Now this applies as long as the landlord hasn't changed, one tenant remains, and the tenant doesn't move out in between those two agreements. In a situation where the agreement is for a fixed term of 2 years or more, the rent can be increased after 12 months as long as the owner provides 60 days notice. The only difference is that the tenant will have an option to break the lease without any penalty, but they will need to provide a minimum of 21 days notice inside that rent increase period. If you have any questions, please drop a comment below and we'll be happy to answer them for you.